a showcase for young artists, fashion-forward designer Jen Ann, and rock music with soul from James and Younger.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
They blend funk, soul, and rock to build a sound all of their own. James and Younger is in the house tonight with music from their current project. Please welcome James and Younger.
Of all the sounds in her head, the sounds in her head, lie and I don't mind, lie and I don't mind. Hey, I would find you, I would run. I will run to the fences. Hey, I don't mind, but it went on and on. We'll keep it open all night. Look through all your plans and wait for the word. Hide from the words. I'll cover the miles, cover your head and sleep in the sea. Sleep in the sea. Lie and I don't mind. I
James and Younger right here in the studio, and we'll hear more from them in just a bit. But now fashion-forward designer Jen Ann Geving conjures up a whole new look. Her clothing line features versatile fabrics and style with a European flair. Here's a sample of what she's got on her drawing board.
My design style is very contemporary but urban. I like it to be not too crazy. I like it to be very clean cut, so it flows nice. When I came about designing this, I really wanted to do something where it was kind of like balloonish. My name is Jen Ann Geving and I'm a fashion designer. I like to design stuff like skirts that go below the knee. To me, it's more classy. I don't like really short stuff. But with putting elastic in the bottom, it gives it another design feature. And the pockets. I wanted to do pockets. And I wanted to have a little detail here and then having it come straight across. I am working on a pair of trousers, and they're gonna be a super wide leg, but form-fitting at the top. Usually I see things, they inspire me, people like what other people are wearing. I look at pictures on the internet, magazines, all over. Even like architecture, like triggers something. I don't know, just the way the lines go. It's an out-of-body experience for sure. I don't even know sometimes how I create stuff. After I'm done with these, I'll put them on the model and then I will do the fine the tailoring so that I can go back in and before I put the zipper on. So the pants are going to be like super tight up here and then they're going to flow. And I want them not to be like the norm either. I want people to be like, oh, look at that. But yeah, it goes through lots of stages just to get it just right. And I love how tall she is, so it makes them look even longer.
Well, it feels good. I want one. I want these pants, I want this skirt, but right now I'm just enjoying it. It feels comfortable, it feels like it fits me. It was made for me, so.
I like the whole where you can use this as like a headpiece. Gives it a mysterious kind of feel. The best feeling. It's just like, wow, I made that. It was amazing because I was scared that wasn't going to turn out, but it did. And that's just like the risk you got to take. I believe in this. A lot of people have seen it and they're like, I want that. And so that does give me more confidence that I'm going in the right direction.
The Fashion Forward Collective includes 5 area designers, including Jen Ann. Their creations hit the runway in a benefit show Saturday, March 25th at Duluth's Clyde Iron. Tickets are available online through PaceyJames.com. And we'll be back with the future of art, but first, check out the fashion on stage at the Duluth Playhouse.
I think it's just a fantastic story. It really centers around Antonio Salieri, who was an Italian composer back in the same time as Mozart. It's how Salieri reacted to the fact that there was this young prodigy that came along and was fantastic and was a lot better than he was. I'm Luke Moravec and I'm playing Mozart.
You'll find yourself laughing and crying. It's a really nice mix. It feels very epic in a lot of ways. I am Cheryl Scafty and I play Constanza Weber in the Duluth Playhouse's production of Amadeus.
It's a super strong cast. It's been a lot of fun. Everybody's been really getting into it, especially since we put costumes on and wigs on. Everybody has really embraced that full force.
It's one of the reasons why I was so excited when I found out that I got this role, was to be able to wear such fantastic outfits and getting to do things in theater that you never get to do in real life.
Did I mention the music? Completely composed by Mozart, so.
The show Amadeus is being put on by the Duluth Playhouse. We open this Thursday, which is February 16th. We run through the 26th.
Innovative and creative problem solving are part of everyday learning in today's art classrooms. Teachers in Minnesota and Wisconsin are gearing up to celebrate Youth Art Month and to showcase the value of art education in our schools. Chrissy Valento is an art teacher here in Duluth, and Andrea McGraw, you're an art student, at Morgan Park Middle School. Welcome, and thank you for coming over.
Thanks for having us.
I'm talking to two artists, so it's very fun to have you in the building. And first, let me ask you about, there's a show coming up at the Art Institute that showcases youth art. We have some pictures that you shared with us. Why is it important to have a place where you can show off the art that's out there?
You know, my students are so amazing, and I think for them to have a chance to have things shown for the public to see, just what we're doing in the classroom and what they're doing and where they started, where they're going to. It's amazing. I dropped the work off today, and I was so excited to bring it down.
And Andrea, what's it like to put a piece? We're looking at some of the artwork on the screen now. What's it like to put some of your work out there for not just Mom and Grandma to see, but everybody to see?
I really enjoy it. It makes me feel proud of myself, and I just think it's a cool process.
And it's a curated process, though. So, I mean, it was chosen, I think, probably diversity and also the quality of the work.
Yeah, absolutely. Annie Dugan came over to Morgan Park, and we laid out a bunch of work, and she got to come in and just pick what she felt worked for what we're doing, and it was great.
And all mediums.
All mediums. Mm-hmm.
That's really exciting to see, because I know there's things to be learned from every discipline, which is kind of fun. So the artists that I speak to talk about how they use chemistry and they use physics and all kinds of things in their artwork. Is that what happens in an art classroom? Tell me what happens in there.
You know, I talk a lot about how art is not just a place to come and the art room is not a place to just come and make things. That I was hanging artwork the other day, and when kids do color wheels, I mean, they're doing science. When kids are drawing perspective, they're doing math. Today I had a student who was struggling with some haikus. We were writing haikus, and then they had to do an artwork that went with their haiku, and we sat there and I said, okay, we got to do 5 syllables in the first line, and then we have to do 7 syllables in the second line, and we just had a ball just trying to get those words down. And once we did it, I looked at the student, I said, look how easy this is. It's not that bad. She said, oh, it's been so fun. So, you know, once you get over that initial hurdle of being nervous or feeling like you have to come up with this, you know, perfect thing, the art room there's all different answers. You don't have to just solve it one way.
So Andrea, I was asking you, how did you pick art, and what's it like in the art classroom?
I just really like art. I think it's a great environment, lots of colors, and it always makes me happy. I'm always excited to go to art. So.
And what about your peers? What do you see happen? I mean, do you see some light bulbs go off?
Yeah, we all kind of inspire each other, and we all encourage each other, but I mean, I don't know, like people are all different, and it's nice to see the variety.
I think that's one of the best things about art is it expresses all kinds of different cultures and different things that you can explore. Now, you have a piece in the Art Institute show that's coming up, as well as one at the Kruk Gallery at UWS.
Yeah.
So how does that feel to be selected for the art shows?
Feels pretty good. I like that a lot. I mean, I'm really excited to know that I did that and someone picked mine out of a bunch. So.
Very cool. Chrissy, I have a tough question for you, and it's maybe political, but everybody knows what the budget is for schools in general, and the Duluth School District, I think, faces even more challenges going forward. How do you make sure art gets in there, or why should it, what value does it have?
You know, we try to talk about it as much as we can and how important it is for kids to come into an art classroom and problem solve, and some kids who maybe struggle in other areas, they come into the art room and that's where they succeed. So we just try to show that as much as we can. That's why these 3 art shows, to have them all kind of at the same time is amazing, and we want the public to see, hey, this is what we do, and it's important for kids. They need it.
The expression, the opportunity to show off what they do.
And you know, even today, I was doing a lesson with my 6th graders on portraits, and I'm just so amazed at what kids show me. I learn so much from them. They show me things that, you know, I've been looking at the same things for, you know, years and years, and they'll point something out and I'll think, oh, I hadn't seen that before. So You know, I really think kids succeed in the art room. They feel good in there. They want to come in there and, what are we doing today, Mrs. Valento? Tell me what we're doing today. So I love my job. It's great.
I think we're really fortunate to have you as a student and you as a teacher. So good luck to you, and I'll look forward to the art opening. I'm going to remind you the opening of the youth art exhibit is Thursday, March 1st from 5 to 7. There'll be a special guest speaker and lots of great art. Another showcase at the Miller Hill Mall runs in the middle of the month, and there's another show at the UW Superior Kruk Gallery, and that'll be up through March 15th. And we'll be back in a minute.
The exhibit that I got here at the Vanilla Bean stems from an ideal that has been brewing for 30 years. And it's based off a book titling it the Minnesota North Shore Scenic Drive Photo Tour.
These are 26 images from his soon-to-be-released book. My name is Jan Bergman, and I co-own the Vanilla Bean with my husband Paul.
So the book is not a storybook, but it's a reference book. And I try to give them 3 different means of finding these locations. One is a milepost off of Highway 61. The other thing is a GPS coordinates. And third and finally is a written explanation as to how a person would get there.
I just think we've got tremendous artists up here, and it's just a thrill to show them off.
My name is Gary Leeper. I'm with Golden Lens Photography here in Two Harbors, Minnesota. My show is called the Minnesota North Shore Scenic Drive Photo Tour.
You'll find more information about arts happenings and about the playlist on our website, theplaylistonline.org. For the latest updates, please become a Playlist fan on Facebook, and you can follow along on Twitter as well, PlaylistMN. Now, the artwork in our studio tonight comes from Susan Bolos. She's a fearless, self-taught painter who also runs Just for the Season Gallery in downtown Duluth, where you can see more of her artwork and a whole lot more. And now, please welcome back James and Younger.
Showtime, favor the weak and stay.
That is excellent. Thank you so much. Ethan Thompson. Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. Will you introduce your bandmates for me?
Sure. On vocals, we have Rochelle Loma. On guitar, we have Nate Matson. George Ellsworth plays the keys. And back here, we have Jeremy Olson on the drums.
Awesome. Well, together you have a fantastic sound, and I know all of you bring experience to the table. Tell me about the sound you're going after now.
It's really hard to nail down. It just kind of combines all different styles of pop music from the 60s up until now. And there is a little soul and funk element to it, as well as, I would say, kind of the first wave of new wave music and post-rock, the first time around in the 80s. And I guess, you know, sort of loosely, that sort of pins it down.
All blended together and best foot forward. You know, I mean, you've all had experience doing different things, and you're kind of picking and choosing the best of it. So tell me what you're recording, what you're working on now, and where am I going to find it?
Okay, well, we're working on a full-length CD, a full-length recording called Sleep in the Sea. That will be available on bandcamp.com. Right now we have 5 of the songs available on there, and we're also going to print out some CDs as well and sell them at shows and put them in a few stores around here.
You sure have an infectious sound.
Thank you.
It is really a really fun sound.
Thanks.
So next gig, if I want to hear you in person, Norms coming up?
Our next gig is at Norms on the 25th, Saturday of this month. Then we have the Rock Out Autism event at Clyde Iron, which is April 14th.
Okay.
And what else do we
looking
have?
forward into Homegrown.
Yeah, and Homegrown, of course. Yeah.
Well, what a fun way to showcase some really great local musicians. So thank you for taking the time to come over. I wish you all the best as you go, and I know you have one more song for us. So without further ado, I'm going to remind you, as you make plans for the weekend, remember to go out and explore the arts, local theater, and take time for live music. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I leave it to you guys.
Thank you.
She says she don't even know what time it is, dear. Knows it, don't even care. Or whether she wants, well, he don't care. 'Cause he knows she won't go home. The shadows on the window pane, waxy candle checker game, wooden floors and red lights. Couldn't it be right? Jacket on the wall in black, paintbrush in a water glass, wooden floors and red lights. Couldn't it be right? Well, she says she don't even know who she is, dear. Knows it, don't even care. You know she won't, but he don't care. 'Cause he